Hey, what's up guys, this is Bravo. Right now you're checking out a gameplay from last night. As you see right here, it's myself, Moo, Neighbor, and Dersky playing against Walshy, Tetrashot, Shire, and Defy in a nice little scrimmage exhibition match of Adrift Capture the Flag, which I'm really starting to take a liking to. You can really objective focus when you're playing this game, and it's worked out really well for me, and it's surprisingly one of my favorite game types. So I'm going to be walking you through some strategy in this game, slowing the game down, talking about my decision making. Of course, this is just a friendly match, so you got to take everything with a grain of salt, but it's a pretty good one. I really enjoyed playing it. So I'm going to be talking about all the decisions that I make throughout the game, why I do that, different angles and important things to know, and talk about why I'm just sitting here and waiting for Walshy, and then I eventually take him out. See, I have Moo pushing in their top, so I knew I had to watch small door. So Moo's going to get this pull, and I'm nading big door. As you see, Neighbors across the map sniping, so it looks like we're going to have no problem running the small door. So it's my job, of course, to stay alive and make sure we're going to be able to run this flag. So I don't want to stay too close to him, because if he does die, the flag's going to go flying into my hands, and we don't want that to happen. So I stay a close distance. As you see, I made sure no one lifted there. So my next job is to check our big door, and someone's there, and it's Walshy, and I'm able to take him out again because the rockets are have such a huge splash damage. So we go back together, and we see someone has pulled our flag, but Neighbor had that under control, and that flag does reset. So what I'm going to do is just watch big door, and I get a nice shot on Tetra, and I'm able to take him out. So I take out those 3 kills. So really using the rockets effectively. That flag is going to return in just a few seconds, and we should be all set. As you see, we're playing this pretty slow right there. We pushed in. It took us a minute, but the second we got the right kills, we all moved together, and then we all moved back. In Halo, especially competitive Halo, it's been essential that you push back with your teammates when running the flag, especially on a game like the Pit, where the map is very segmented. And Adrift is absolutely a map that is very segmented, so you have to be with your team constantly because you want to avoid getting in these one-on-one battles. So as you see right there, the flag carrier was brought back. Right here I get some really nice help from Dersky, and I'm able to take out Defy. But in Halo 4, because the flag carrier can't drop that flag, you really have to come back with the flag carrier because you don't know what that flag carrier is going to run into. So you want to pretty much move at least 2 of your teammates, if not everyone, back with the flag to ensure the caps, because captures in Halo 4 so far are actually really rare. You know, we have a lot of games ending early. Right here I got a nice little stick on Tetrashot as I take him out, and I believe I go pick up a sniper off of his dead body, but I run into someone. So luckily I just jetpack and throw the sniper off, which is something I've been doing a lot, which is very annoying for the enemy team because they were about to kill me and grab the sniper. But when you have the jetpack, even if you're not that close to the edge, you can actually use the jetpack's directional influence and momentum to chuck the sniper off. So if you are in a situation like that where you just want to get the sniper off the map and take it out of the enemy's hands, you can definitely use the jetpack to do that. So right here, jetpack lift over the enemy's flag. And normally I would wait and just see what it looks like, and right now all I'm doing is listening to my teammates, and I'm looking at, of course, the death screen right there. So I see that we do take out Tetra, so it's a 3v3. So I go for the flag grab and I go big door, and that's based on entirely what my teammates were saying at that time. So I don't even exactly know why I ran at big door. They must have said something about the fact that it was clear. As you see, this area is pretty clear, and I see Defy in the hallway, so I want to stay alive. We do a nice job of getting him weak, and the next thing I'm obviously going to do is lift, because that's going to get me across the map the fastest. So after I do that, I'm pretty sure I try to hit this jump, and I'm pretty sure I screw it up a few times as I try to jump up here. I'm not used to running the flag this way, I guess. Just really screwing up, and I get taken out. And Dersky was like, "Bravo, nice run." And I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm screwing this up pretty bad. But I think we have 2 guys back in our base. Once again, that's essential. You always want to bring those guys back. So Moo grabs that flag, and I'm going to make sure that he runs that in. And right there we go up 2-0. So a nice early lead in this game. And right now I'm just kind of waiting and regrouping for my team. So that's something you're going to see me do a lot. You guys know I've typically been somewhat of a passive player throughout the Halo series. I like to make sure my team's with me and push up with them rather than just trying to run alone and try to make things happen, which you can certainly do. Right there, Dersky getting a nice assassination. So check out the angle we have here. Dersky's watching small door, and now I'm about to lift. So that works really well. You can also switch it. The person watching lift have sniper. So right here, I didn't mean to pick up the flag, but what do you know? I picked it up, so I'm moving towards Dersky. And there's a guy spawning their flag, and it's Tetra. I get some really good shots on him, but I do get taken out. I didn't even know that flag, actually Dersky right there, picked up the flag. He had a sniper out, and he didn't know what happened either. So players are still definitely getting used to running the flag and having it pop into their hands because they weren't ready for it. So that's something you're going to have to really be careful with, is distance. I mean, sometimes I've even seen the flag fly into my hands from like a area that I didn't even think was possible or would happen. So right there, that flag gets reset, and now I push back down bottom middle. And so far, I think the reason that I'm really liking this map is that it demands teamwork. So you can be really creative with your pushes, or you see I'm kind of trying to pull the flag every single chance I get, which is something that I've done in a lot of Halo games and a lot of people don't do. There I get a really lucky backsmack on Defy, who happened to be turning the corner right before me. But I like to, you know, on a midship flag or like a Warlock flag back in Halo 2, I would just toss the flag out because you never know what's going to happen on that chance. You just go ahead and toss the flag out, and who knows, if you get a kill or if you get 2 kills, it's probably definitely going to be a run. So take that chance, and it's a little bit different in Halo 4, of course. You can't just pull it and then leave it and see what happens. You're dedicated to running that flag, but if you get halfway across the map with your run, your team is already, you know, there's a good chance you're going to be able to get that flag cap as long as your team is in a relatively good position. And the good thing about players who are used to competing, who are veteran players, is you're going to be able to quickly adjust to what your team might be doing at that time. So if you see your team running the flag, definitely just quickly change whatever you're doing or have your flag runner constantly communicating with you as to what you should do. And you can really run flags on the fly, especially because that flagnum is so powerful. So now we're running a third flag. As you see here, I'm watching their snipe hall, and then I move back to our big door hall because I want to cut off anyone who might be going bottom middle. So I wait for our flag carrier. I actually literally turn around and make sure our flag carrier is with me. That's something I also like to do just to make sure I know exactly what's going on if the team isn't 100% communicating properly. So now I'm just sitting and watching both doors, and no one's coming. I check small door, though. I see Tetra, so that kill will probably get cleaned up, and we go up 3-0. So playing really well so far. As you see right here on the angle, this is a nice little area to sit, and I have pulse grenades, so I can just consistently nade our landing until my shields come back, which they do, and I'm able to watch that area. So you can really, when you're sitting up here, right here, I'm just hitting a few body shots and getting flag defense, sitting back on my flag, waiting for the team to push up. So now I see Moo and I are going to go top hall, but I dropped down because I want to go big door because I wanted to cut off anyone who might be coming up from their sniper area. So, of course, always checking bottom middle there, and then pushing across towards snipe, and really hesitant to die here. So now I have a full sniper, and I'm letting my team know. You see Sean on my screen. I tell Dersky that I do have a full sniper, so I'm able to help him out right here, which was a really nice play. And then I let him know that if I do die, that there is a sniper with so much ammo, and I obviously don't want that getting into the enemy's hands. So here I think I get a 2-for-1 body. I only kill one of them, and here is an example of a miscommunication. So I thought, check out where my aimer is, my reticle. I thought he was around the other corner, but it turns out he was in this last little section. So that's me misunderstanding Dersky's call out that the player was in the last area. And of course, if I had known that, I would have been able to take him out easily. So definitely be specific in your call outs. And it also goes on my end, you guys. I should have asked, is he in, you know, the last column, or is he around the corner? And that would have helped me assess that situation. Who knows what would have happened after that. So be specific, but it goes both ways. If you're not sure exactly where he is, definitely ask. Say, is he here or there? And your team should be able to effectively not only communicate, but literally have a conversation about the Halo game. It should be constant, I'm going here, okay, I'm going to help you. It shouldn't be random, I shouldn't say random. It shouldn't just be call-outs that are directed, he's here, he's here, he's there. You should always be coordinating efforts, and that's something that veteran professional Halo players do very well, and amateur players have a little bit of a harder time with. But definitely also watch as much Halo gameplay as you can with team communication. So check out streamers. Of course, Ninja is always streaming, an example of someone who's an excellent communicator. And players who stream their matches, definitely check them out. That's going to help you so much. I mean, I used to absolutely love watching matches. I used to search forever on the YouTube, the MLG VOD is just looking where you can hear people communicate, because so many teams have different communication styles, and it's so interesting to hear how they communicate and what they say and what they do. Right here I got a nice stick on Defy with the sticky detonator. What I found is I feel like the sticky detonator has a little bit less of a radius. If you stick someone, their body like eats the explosion. You can get away with it, but if that sticky detonator was right on the ground in front of me, I probably would have died. So here I got a nice rocket kill. And that's something I should bring up. I'm playing on 6 sensitivity now, you guys. So I switched to 6 while I was at neighbor's house in Washington, because we were playing on these like laggy monitors, and I just wanted to up my sensitivity. And there was even a little bit of game lag, so I was getting really sick of, you know, being a little bit behind everything. So I just moved up to 6, and it helped out really well. And then I realized just now that I'm actually still playing on 6, and I've been playing a lot of matches, and I'm really enjoying it. So you see right there, I was able to turn with the rockets and get that quick kill. And I've never played, just for reference, I'm surprised that second shot didn't kill Walshy as I take him out there. And then I tried to stay alive, but I get taken out by the rockets. But I've never played on 6 in a Halo game. I played on 5 for Halo Combat Evolved, and the rest of the games have been 3 and 4. Maybe a little bit of 5 here and there, but traditionally 3 and 4. So playing on 6 in Halo 4 is totally unexpected. And I know you guys often leave me comments asking what sensitivity I'm playing on. So that is the answer right there. I'm playing on 6, and I really like it so far. I feel like I have a lot of control. And if you look at players like Pistola or Naded, players who play on very high sensitivities, right there you see Tetra going for the slide jump, almost hits it. and now I get in a little battle with Defy. I believe I come out on top here. Yeah, I have a lot of help from my team, so I can stay alive right here. But the interesting thing is that, as I was saying, I never played on 6 before, and I really like it. I feel like I have a lot of ability to turn around really quickly and get kills, and I hope I can stick with it. So far, so good. And I'm playing against players who have a pretty good shot, so it gives me a little bit of extra boosted confidence as well. So let me know what you guys think about that. Perhaps if you're struggling a little bit in the game, or you feel like your game could be played faster, or for whatever reason you just want to change it up, definitely I suggest maybe bumping up to a higher sensitivity. Like I said, you guys are always asking about that in the comments. My control settings, I'm playing 6 bumper jumper right now with no vibe. So definitely give it a shot, because I feel like the game, the in-game acceleration and everything with the reticle and the first-person view, it needs a little bit more than the other games. 6, for whatever reason, just plain feels good now. As we see, still 3-0 here with just a few minutes left in the game. Let's see, 4 minutes left before overtime. So hope you guys have been enjoying this gameplay. I'll talk a little bit more about what's actually going on in the game right here. I know Walsh has a sniper, so I don't challenge. I just killed Defy. Of course, I want to grab this sniper, but take a look at this next nade he throws. Definitely would have killed me, so luckily I stayed back. But of course, Walshy's sniping there. He does not get unzoomed when I'm shooting him, which stinks. So I'm going to have to back down, because there's no way I can challenge that. So now I just sit around here, pretty well covered. If you see this little box I'm standing next to right there, I think I accidentally shot. I don't know if I got spooked by the mech arm, but I think my finger just accidentally shot. Shire gets some really nice shots on me there. I got taken by surprise. I missed jetpacked. I probably could have stayed alive, but I didn't. So you guys see me always going to that top hall area. That's where I was jetpacking just now. We call that top hall. Probably the easiest way to get into the enemy base, and also the easiest way to get out of it. So I really like that area. It's I'd encourage you guys to use that as much as possible. And I also push towards these snipe areas. As you see, Dersky and I have the same idea. He's going to push big, and I'm going to lift in just a second, so we can cut off anyone who might be here. And of course, I jetpack to avoid anyone who might be underneath or who might be nading the landing. And I wait for him, and I think in just a second, yeah, he gets taken out. So I don't want to pull this just yet. I wait a second. I'm surprised not to see anyone going big door, but they must not have heard me when I lifted. So now 1750 left, and I see Tetra right there in the big hole. I don't want to engage him because I don't want him to turn around. Instead, I just run it small, and I'll see if he comes back to fight me. I think he might. No, he actually pushes ahead. So as you see, that's an example of a play where I decided not to shoot anyone. I just patiently waited, and now I'm getting the flag pretty darn far. I got it all the way to our top hall right now, and I have some help here from Moo, and I push in on Shire. I'm able to get this kill with some help, and there's a guy on our flag, and there's also a guy in our top hall. So you have to be careful here. But you see, that's an example of just really playing patiently and being a little bit sneaky / creative in running the flag the opposite way of where you know the enemy is. So now rockets are up, both flags are out, a little bit chaotic. See, we do get a touch, so I'm going to just make sure that no one's comes. I'll get this return right here, so we'll be able to cap that. I think we go up 4 flags right here. No, yep, we do cap that flag. So right there, I thought there was someone on our flag, but it turns out it was a dead body. So right there, I'm being told not to poke out because I think there was someone sniping there. So I push with my team. As you see, whenever I'm playing, especially on Adrift, if I have a choice to push with a teammate, I do. So right here, for example, there's people in the big hall, and I might lift, which is what I've been doing all game, but pretty much staying on the same side. I don't want to go bottom middle in a situation like that, because then that's obviously going to take me totally out of the play because of how segmented Adrift is. So always try to coordinate, definitely on this map, with your team. Other maps like Haven, you might be able to get away with big flanks, but you'll see right here, I'm going to go ahead and run the flag towards my teammate. So we have the top mid cut off right there, and then we also have Walshy in our top, but I put some good shots on him, and I actually stay alive, surprisingly, which was a good play. And then right here, I definitely could have played this better. Take a look at this. Right there, their flag carrier comes around the corner, and he was full shields, and the flag actually stays top middle. So they're going to get that return, no problem. And right there, I probably should have dropped down and maybe lifted to our snipe hall through the bottom lift. Instead, I get taken out. But we were in good position until Moo died, and when he died, obviously it made it difficult. So right here, we're going to want to try to stop this flag. I'm going to jetpack lift again, and I have a really good angle on him, and if I hadn't jetpack lifted, I probably wouldn't have been able to get those clean headshots. So jetpack lifting, of course, very important, and I have neighbor calling out Tetra shot in their base, and what I go ahead and do is just wait for my team to... I think they end up taking him out. I keep jumping around here, and it's a little ridiculous. So I see Defy, and then Tetra, I think, comes up these stairs, and I was a little confused, so I just grabbed the flag and get that melee. So anytime you're near the flag, of course, that's another huge advantage. You can do that. So I'm not sure if this will be the last flag. Actually, looking at the clock with 15:20 left, I am sure it's going to be the last flag. I'm going to run this thing in. No matter what happens, I'm sure the game's going to end right here. I get taken out by a guy on our top drop, but I do get the flag quite far. So you'll see, I can't really stress it enough, you guys. When you're running the flag on a drift, go for those pulls, because there's different hallways where if the enemy team is only a little bit out of position, you're going to be able to run the flag, and you're going to be able to get it far like we just did. So that game does hit the 15-minute mark, and I'm pretty sure we go ahead and end it here. But we probably would have capped that flag anyway. So thank you for checking out this gameplay. I hope you did enjoy it. Gameplay with a few different pros and friends, a little bit of high-level stuff. So I hope it might help your game. And if you guys have questions about Adrift or my controller settings or anything else, absolutely leave it in the comments. I'm going to be back with more soon. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys next time.